This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Caught on camera, a man accused of trying to kidnap a 3-year-old child in South St. Louis. Tonight, we hear his grandmother's plea after the attempted abduction of her grandson. Good evening. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. This happened Saturday on Iron Street in the Carondelet neighborhood. Justina Coronel talked to the victim's family. Justina?
Well, I spoke to the victim's grandma, and she said her grandchildren were playing outside when this all happened. She said this man was a total stranger, and it happened so quickly. What was supposed to be a fun day on Iron Street
My grandbaby could have got snatched up.
turned into a scary scenario with a stranger.
I never seen this man.
A shaken-up grandma didn't want to show her face for safety, but she didn't hold back telling us what happened over the weekend as her grandchildren played in the backyard.
And then all of a sudden I seen this man walk up, Then he just came and sat on the porch and grabbed my grandson by the hand, trying to go off the porch. Now we ain't having it.
Her daughter was inside watching the kids through a camera.
My daughter, she seen him trying to take her son. She done ran out the house. He walked on around the corner, and I told my daughter, I said, call the police, because his something ain't right with him.
Police say 40-year-old Otis Woodard left before police arrived. The suspect was found a few blocks away from the home with a steel wine opener in his possession. The surveillance video has a timestamp of 6:27 p.m., and you can see the man drop a wine opener on the ground.
It just happened so fast. You got to watch your kids. They can't even come outside and play no more. I just need justice.
Amy Robbins of Children's Advocacy Services of Greater St. Louis said 90% of these cases involve someone known to the victim.
This was a little bit out of the blue, but makes me really think of the importance of talking with our kids early and often about anyone who has the potential to do something to you that is unwanted or that could put you in harm's way.
Robbins advises to have that conversation as early as the child can talk. As for the victim's grandma, she's glad they spoke up.
And there was teamwork. There wasn't nobody but God.
Now, the suspect had his initial appearance in court today. He's in jail with no bond and will have his initial bond hearing tomorrow.
Now to a developing story in Alton, where local and state police are investigating the death of a longtime resident. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki is live near Alton Square Mall, where there's a growing memorial for the victim. Holden.
Well, Mike, Rodeker Watts, who went by the nickname of Roe, worked at the JCPenney here in Alton for years. For the past several days, customers and co-workers alike have been honoring him at a memorial just inside the store. Alton police say that they received a 911 call Friday just after 3 a.m. to a home in Alton on 19th Street. When they arrived, they found 2 men in the front yard. One of them was not breathing and later died at the hospital. Today, police confirmed the man was 68-year-old Roe Watts. He worked at JCPenney for many years, helping people pick out their clothes. Many customers said he helped them pick out their first suit, and police even said his expertise in men's style was, quote, impeccable. Watts was also an active member of the Alton LGBTQ community. The organization Alton Pride said his death was a tragic loss for the community and that he was loved by all because of his sweet and loving nature. Now, right now, police are calling this an active death investigation. They are working with the Madison County Coroner, Madison County State's Attorney, and Illinois State Police to determine exactly what happened in the early hours on Friday morning. But they say at this time they believe this was a domestic-related incident and there is no threat to the surrounding community. Reporting live in Alton, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
No injuries have been reported after a small plane slid off the runway at Spirit of St. Louis Airport in Chesterfield. The Monarch Fire Protection District tells us the plane had a landing gear issue this morning. 2 people evacuated the plane and they were not physically harmed.
A mild, nice day today as we look live downtown at Busch Stadium, but all good things must come to an end because the heat's returning. Meteorologist Jim Castillo has the weather first forecast. Good news for people who do like the heat, though, Jim.
Yeah, and it's going to last, too. In fact, the 10-day forecast is just full of 90s. More on that coming up. But tonight will be the coolest night of the week so far. And last night was really nice all the way through this morning, of course. 77 for that temperature right now, and 79 is the high temperature for the day today. But 56 in St. Louis tonight. The low this morning was 60, so quite a bit cooler, and a light northwest wind But here comes that heat. 91 on Wednesday, 95 on Thursday, and 92 on Friday. But the humidity stays in check. In the 10-day forecast coming up, I'll tell you when that humidity goes up again. Plus, here's the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, and we are way above average. So much more on our forecast coming up.
Tonight, the University City Council is expected to decide whether to renovate 2 older buildings in order to house the police department and city courts. The police annex and the Trinity building closed in 2016 because of a potential health hazard. Since then, U City Police have been working out of a trailer. If the proposal passes, work will get underway immediately, and it should be finished by 2026. A historic mansion in Belleville will soon become a new community park. 5 Meter Side's Megan Kernan joins us live from there with how the community is getting involved. Megan.
Well, Kelly, this house was built in 1857. Many people know it as the Chenot Mansion, which is located in the front of the Chenot Place subdivision right off Carlisle Avenue. And at the end of this month, St. Clair Township will purchase it and start the process of turning it into a park. Now, it sits on nearly 5 acres of land. St. Clair County is giving the township a $500,000 grant to turn it into a walking trail around the entire property by next summer. But that's not all they plan to do. They're going to start getting community input about what else should be added to the park. The home was first owned by a man named Augustus Chenot, a prominent Belleville resident. The St. Clair County Historical Society designated the mansion as a landmark in 1963. William Shannon, the executive director, says he's excited to see it continue to be a historic landmark in Belleville.
It's a testament to not only, the Chenot family who lived here, but the developer of Chenot Place, that he kept this as green space. He bought it himself and then sold it all as a piece as green space through the years, and it stayed that way when it very easily could have been developed. So I think, it'll be a real asset to the neighborhood.
Now, St. Clair Township plans to get community input starting in the fall. Tonight at 6, what residents in Chenot Place think about the mansion turning into a park. Reporting live in Belleville, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Recreational marijuana has been legal in Missouri now since 2020, and today we're getting an idea of how much revenue it is generating. According to the Missouri Cannabis Trade Association, the amount has now surpassed $2.5 billion in total cannabis sales and has generated $370 million in sales tax revenue.
Missouri health leaders are offering help to teens addicted to vaping. A new free service called My Life, My Quit provides coaching sessions over text, live chat, or phone calls. Teens receive confidential and personalized support from a trained coach to help them become free from nicotine. To sign up, just text Start My Quit to 36072. Chaos at the rodeo. See what happened after a bull gets loose and jumps the fence.
Plus, Apple introduces AI, the latest on the company's venture into the new technology.